Why does the president support abortion when his own Catholic faith teaches abortion is morally wrong?
Well, he believes that it's a woman's right, it's a woman's body, and it's her choice.
Why does the president, who does he believe then should look out for the unborn child?
He believes that it's up to a woman to make those decisions, and up to a woman to make those decisions with her doctor. I know you've never faced those choices, nor have you ever been pregnant, but for women out there who have faced those choices, this is an incredibly difficult thing. The president believes their rights should be respected. Go ahead. I think we got to move on. I think we have to move on. You've had plenty of time today. Go ahead.
This reporter is Owen Jensen from EWTN, or Eternal Word Television Network, trying to land some type of a gotcha question on Jen Psaki, which she decidedly has zero patience for. Now, right off the bat, he asks why Joe Biden supports abortion when his own Catholic faith teaches that abortion is morally wrong. Here's what these theocrats, both in the media and in politics, don't seem to understand. We have a separation between church and state in this country. That concept is so important that the separation of church and state is right there in the very first clause of the Bill of Rights in the Constitution, the Establishment Clause. So if you want to live your life based on your religion, that's great, become a priest. But we have freedom of religion in this country, meaning that while you're free to practice any religion you want, you don't get to impose your religious beliefs on anyone else. The fact is that Joe Biden may very well personally be against abortion, and that might be a testament to his own religious beliefs, and that's fine. It's a free country and he's got that right. But the fact that he's able to separate his personal beliefs and his political positions isn't a sign of moral weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows that A, he understands that our government does have a separation of church and state, B, that one person's religious convictions don't dictate how you govern on behalf of 350 million people, and C, that America is based on freedom. And the same way that you have the choice to practice whatever religion you want, or no religion at all, you also have the choice to get an abortion or not. Conservatives love to crow about how this is a free country. That doesn't only mean free on the issues that are convenient for them. What's especially telling in this clip, too, is that the male reporter continues to press this female press secretary about why he's right on the thing that, between the two of them, only she'd be impacted by. And that really is indicative of this entire situation, where a state legislature in Texas with a disproportionate number of males passed SB 8, signed by a male governor, upheld by a male-dominated conservative wing of the Supreme Court, and then defended by male reporters like Owen Jensen. Are you starting to see the issue here? How about women get to decide whether Viagra is legal or not, and then we'll have a conversation about whether we should be litigating the opposite sex's reproductive health. But what's even more telling is that while this reporter is invoking Catholicism, the position that he's espousing isn't even in the majority among Catholics. The most recent Pew survey found that 56% of US Catholics believe abortion should be legal in all or most cases. And furthermore, 68% said Roe should not be overturned, a position shared by nearly 3/4 of all Americans. In other words, Joe Biden's actually in the majority here, not just among Americans, but even among Catholics, which is the very group that Owen Jensen just tried to use as a cudgel against Biden. You'd think that if you're going to speak on behalf of Catholics, you might at least want to know where Catholics actually stand. And by the way, this represents another problem, and that is the extremism present in right-wing media. Because while the majority of Americans are actually moderate, their news sources in the right are all far-right outlets. And there is serious danger in putting people with extremist views in positions where they can influence the rest of this country. We're seeing that play out in real time as right-wing media continues its apology tour for a literal insurrection in the US Capitol only a few months ago, or continues to pretend that a free and fair election was rigged, all because they're unhappy that their guy didn't win. Putting lunatics in charge of delivering the news only serves to make this entire country a more dangerous and less informed place, all in service of placating a few people at the top and their partisan agendas. So at this point, here's what needs to happen. Knowing that Republicans across the US will now look at Texas's abortion law and replicate it in their own states, something that's already happening in Florida, Democrats have this option. We can either eliminate the filibuster and lower the threshold to pass legislation from 60 votes to 50 votes, which we have, and finally pass legislation codifying Roe, or we can protect some arcane Senate procedural tool and allow women's rights to an abortion in this country to vanish. Those are the options. The fact that we quite literally have the numbers right now to eliminate the filibuster, and yet thanks to just a couple of centrists we choose not to, is what's allowing these vile laws to get passed in the first place. Having a solution in front of you and yet choosing to do nothing renders you just as complicit as the people passing these laws, and I hope that Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are well aware of that. That should be number one. But aside from that, Jen Psaki's made clear that the White House has made this a priority on their end as well.
We're curious, What advice would the president give to a woman in Texas right now who wants or needs to get an abortion?
What the president would convey to any woman who is trying to get an abortion, seek an abortion, be able to employ her constitutional right to seek health care, and health care that is enshrined and allowed by federal law. What he would convey to them, I don't think he's going to be giving medical advice. That's not the role of any president. He would say, but I would say he would convey to them, I have asked my team, to use every lever at their disposal to ensure you have this right, to ensure you have access, to ensure that you can have the ability to seek medical care in the way that every woman should have the right to across the country. And he has made that a priority.
But aside from the executive branch and the legislative branch, the onus is also on us. It's on us to turn out in large enough numbers that Republicans don't get elected in the first place. It's on us to deliver enough of a repudiation at the ballot box that these Republicans don't dare pass these laws to begin with. And I know it's not easy. I know we're contending with gerrymandered districts that are scientifically engineered to ensure Republican victories, and I know we're contending with voter suppression laws. But that doesn't mean we give up. You've heard me talk about this before, but it's worth talking about again now. I have a fund called the Don't Be a Mitch Fund, where I'm raising money for 9 voter outreach and voter registration groups in 9 key states, including Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Florida, Texas, Iowa, Ohio, Georgia, and Arizona. Their job is to get people registered and to get people engaged, and knowing the danger of allowing Republicans to get elected, investing in approaches like these and doing it early is going to be essential. You can find the link to donate in the post description of this video, or you can go to don'tbeamitch.com, where everything is done securely through ActBlue, and 100% of your donation goes directly to these groups. I don't touch a cent of it myself. So while this situation may seem scary and hopeless and exhausting, we can't give up. This is a fight worth having, and it's a fight that we can win if we all stay focused and we all do our part. If you enjoyed that video and you're looking for a deeper dive, check out my podcast, No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen. It's a no BS look at the top stories of the week, along with interviews with the top names in politics, like Vice President Kamala Harris, Jen Psaki, Elizabeth Warren, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Katie Porter, Pete Buttigieg, and more. Again, that's No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen, available anywhere you listen to podcasts. Also, if you want to see more videos like this one, click the subscribe link right here on this screen to join the more than 1 million people who've already subscribed to my channel. And finally, to donate to my Don't Be a Mitch Fund, where I'm raising money for a whole raft of different voter outreach and voter registration groups in the closest states ahead of midterms in 2022, including Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Texas. You can find that link on this screen as well. Thanks for watching.